Well, playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on field.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Boyle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got you.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now he's flushed out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another try for Barkley. He's hit, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As the Ravens push further out in front, John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Go, go. Alert three.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. The
ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
But he's got his man Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
60 or. Number 53. Mike 53. Come on. Come on. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now Saquon Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you. I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The throw there finding its way to Boyle, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, good move by T.Y. Hilton. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A gain of 37. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Check 53.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 5 plays there on that drive. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guy.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That second down play nets a -4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Barkley.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. T.Y. Hilton. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They go play action here on first down. That's caught left side by the tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And an alley to run. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come off the ball. Shift.
They'll set up a throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They're going to try and throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Complete to Hilton. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. Andy Dalton with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau, and it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go. Get it.
Quick throw here to Hilton.
Here we go, D.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Yo, cheetah. Hey, 50 the mic. Right here. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Gone. Check 6 guard. Kill. Check 31. 5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
You're out. Shoot.
They'll run it again with Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to run it with Barkley. They juked him. He keeps hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. Andy Dalton with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Bang, 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 bang. Let's go.
This is Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
70, Indy.
2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
And goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 17th touchdown now on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch it.
The They go to Johnson again. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, this from 39. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Look at me. Zipper. Hey, exit.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. All day. Just like that. Just like that.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Delta.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mike's
Five.
Now back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Let's put that team on the puck. Smooth. 53's Mike. Check. 53. Hit it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Mike, number 52.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, get inside. Let's go.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 1st down, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Hey, zoom.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Let's get it. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check, 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 check.
Go.
Motion.
Mike 53.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it to Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Olivier Vernon brings him down. 2nd and 9 now. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches, 8, the yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And Unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Completed to Marquise Brown. A 3-yard pickup.
The Ravens on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Able to get away. Fighting through. And he's got his man Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Back to throw here. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Damarius Randall. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damarius Randall. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Sponge.
Hard.
Check out.
Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll look to throw here. This is something that we know that they like to do. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Pushing a foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Mayfield on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens,
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Don't wanna be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up the pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to see. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.